I would say about 60% of the roles that I have played were not originally written to look like this. I am Diana Maria Riva. I am a first-generation Dominican by way of Cincinnati, Ohio, which I'm sure you all could tell. I am first-generation Dominican. My mother's from the Dominican Republic. I grew up at a time where you didn't find people that looked like me. I couldn't really tell what it was. I just knew that something was different. You know, when you come back to elementary school and they say, how'd you spend your summer? And you say, I spent it in the Dominican Republic, you know, with my cousins at the beach, eating plátano maduro y arroz con pollo. And they're like, what is that? So there was something that was very special and unique, but I do think as a child growing up, you know when you stand out. And I think when you're young, sometimes you want to blend in. I don't know if I prepare for a meal as well as I prepare for a role. Ooh. I think I look at a role with far more care, but I do think that both processes come from my heart. At the end of the day, the question that I ask myself in preparing for a role or preparing a meal is, what impact do I want to have? I have had the great fortune of having a long career of a lot of diverse roles. That's not typical in this industry when you're a person of color, when you're a person from a different background. I would say about 60% of the roles that I have played were not originally written to look like this. It was a character that was 40-year-old white guy. Like, they want a 40-year-old white guy, like, you got this. They want a 22-year-old gay black man, like, you got this, just go. And I would go in there and then I would have to earn that spot. I would have to earn that character. And I did. And then they would change the name to Rodriguez and that's it. I'd walk away and I'm like, good, that's okay. Give it the last name you need to give it. Just give me a chance. I played a woman that was battling brain cancer in Side Order of Life. And it was a beautiful, funny, glorious woman that really brought me a lot of knowledge and heard a lot of stories. And I was able to incorporate some of those stories and bring them light. With my character on Dead to Me, Detective Perez was just insane and fantastic. Because you go into a role thinking it's going to be one thing, but you don't really know. That's what you want. You want challenges and experiences that you haven't had, and then it's my responsibility to figure out how much truth that I can bring to that character. And when I don't know, I need to research. All of those stories need to be seen in Hollywood. They need to be made, they need to be depicted. They will be the more we stick together and uplift each other and support our shows and our characters and our actors. A year ago, when there was the big labor movement, and my union was obviously at the forefront of that labor movement, I really decided, after being on the picket lines with other unions, that I needed to do something. And everybody was coming up with creative ways on how to gather people, and I thought, I gotta get creative, I gotta think of something. Okay, what do I do? What do I know? I know Latinas. I know a lot of Latinas. I'll do that. I'll tell Latinas, like, let's have like a Latina day to pick it. Let's get a name. Latinas Acting. We got actors. Latinas Acting Up. And then I took the SAG logo and put a chancla at the end of it, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm saying, this is what I'm gonna do. Friday, we're gonna be at this studio. I'm gonna bring my stereo speaker and I'm gonna be playing some salsa and we're gonna liven this stuff up. And I thought maybe like 25 to 30 of my friends would show up. We had over 60, 70 women there. And I could see that they were all Latinas in the industry. They were desperate for community. They were longing for hermanidad. And they believed in what I was projecting, this light for unity and solidarity. We were in the front of a lot of news cycles. And I thought, my goodness, I wish this were indicative of how often we work or how often we get leading and co-leading roles. We were in the paper every week. And what I decided was, it's happening because we're so unified. And when we're that unified, we're breathtaking. I'm a single mother. And I have been on one rhythm, one speed for many years. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Do not go under, stay above water, take everybody up with you, keep going. That's all I know. It's either that or I sink and I take everybody down with me, so that's not an option. And when you, I think for me, when you lived in that speed and that's been your journey, then you move and you decide, you make decisions like, I'm gonna go ahead and nurture this platform, and we're gonna take all these women in this town and we're gonna corral us and we're gonna rise together, and then we're gonna have an impact. And it's better than complaining. And now I have time. I'm an empty nester, so I have time. There's nothing better than sitting together with friends, loved ones, over food and laughing. So if we're gonna gather at the table, let's keep it light. Let's keep it fun. Let's not talk politics. Let's talk memories. Let's talk journeys, dreams, and goals. I'd rather it be a joyous occasion. Food digests better that way.